this New York Times article about YouTube banning thousands of videos for pushing extreme views, or what they feel is extreme views. This can be good. This can be good. This can be censorship, which can tend to still keep the power on one side, because once things become censorship, that means the people with that bread, the people with the money, they own the censorship, which is something to always look out for. So this is a story by Kevin Roos and Kay Conger in the New York Times. Title is YouTube to remove thousands of videos pushing extreme views. I'm gonna read a little bit of the story. I'm trying to breeze through it and comment throughout. YouTube announced plans on Wednesday to remove thousands of videos and channels that advocate neo-Nazism, white supremacy, and other bigoted ideologies in an attempt to clean up extremism and hate speech on its popular service. Okay, that sounds good from the intro. It sounds good. Okay, neo-Nazism was definitely. We can't say definite for anything, but white supremacy is definitely a bad thing. That is the biggest tragedy the world has suffered in our recent memory of, as far as we can go back in history. That's the biggest tragedy in human history, white supremacy. The murder of millions, billions, untold numbers of Africans, Nubians, whatever you want to call the melanated people of the world. So it's like, okay, things are starting to turn over. People are getting more power to speak against it. So, okay, YouTube, okay, good one on that for the white supremacism, white supremacy. The other bigoted ideologies that can be read many different ways. If we go back to recent memory, we can think about the Facebook ban of Farrakhan, along with Alex Jones and bunch of white supremacists. Like a lot of people, we kind of get back like, okay. Like y'all got rid of some of the white supremacist groups or whatever as far as y'all platform, but y'all snuck in some other ones that's were very kind of questionable, including Farrakhan himself. I would always say banning the reaction of a victim is never good. That's never good, and that's basically what banning Farrakhan was. No matter how you feel about his views, any of his speeches are the reaction of white supremacy. So it's like a secondary thing. It's almost like, okay, you gonna come at me because I threw the second punch. Like he just cracked me in my mouth, but I threw the second punch and I got caught. So we're gonna throw me off in the door. It ain't even like that, because it's like the first dude did get caught, but you still gonna catch me because I threw the second punch. No, we ain't going for that. So we need to watch this one closely. Let's go a little deeper into the story, whatever. This is back to the story. Quote: the new policy will ban videos alleging that a group is superior in order to justify discrimination, segregation, or exclusion, the company said in the blog post. The prohibition will also cover videos denying that. Wait, hold up. We're gonna stick with the first part. And we're gonna ban videos that saying that a group is superior in order to justify discrimination, segregation, and exclusion. That's kind of weird, because the exclusion, there's many groups that exclude, cause shoot, any group I'm in exclude white supremacists. like, hey, it is what it is. Like, we don't, all of our groups don't have to accept its attackers, or, you know what I'm saying, it's the people that are discriminating against it or whatever. So that becomes a funny thing, you know. People hear discrimination and it's like, oh, it's always a bad thing, but you have to discriminate against certain things in this world. You don't discriminate against a person just because how they look and how, you know, what race, religion, ethnic, sexuality, whatever, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's corny for real. Like, so it's like, but we do discriminate against things. You discriminate against shiesty people. You discriminate against people trying to scheme to manipulate you or whatever. Like, you know, every philosophy ain't a good philosophy, no matter how good somebody explains it or how good they sound or how good they look. Every philosophy isn't a good philosophy. You will never get me to believe every philosophy, you know. There's just certain stuff I cannot get with, you know. If the future hit me with certain stuff that knock me and change my worldview about certain stuff, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna accept it. I don't believe in pet knowledge. Get rid of the pet knowledge, you know. Stop sticking around with knowledge just because you like it, you know. Seek the truth, you know. Go back to the story. The prohibition will also cover videos denying that violent events like mass shootings, like the mass shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut, you know. That one's kind of shaky too, because a lot of people are out here, you know, trying to expose like government stuff such as like people like them manufacturing events. People can brush that. I mean, that's why it's shaky, because it's like when you speaking on like something so tragic, it's like you can really be hurting some souls. Like, and it's like Then on the other end, it's a proven track record of this country manufacturing events, you know, and manipulating the public through events such as like, you know, it's tragedies and stuff like that. Like I believe this is stuff is well documented, like, you know, through the slave trade and us breaking out of the slave trade and the stuff they did to black folks trying to get out. It's documented that this country manufactures stuff and lies to get stuff ahead. And it's like, when you ban people from questioning stuff, that's a rough one. But then when it's such a tragedy, it's like, but that's up to your opinion. Back to the story. YouTube did not name any specific channels or videos that will be banned, but on Wednesday, numerous far-right creators began complaining that their videos had been deleted or had been stripped of ads, presumably a result of the new policy. Boo-hoo, boo freaking who. I've been hearing people trying to unite black people that have been getting banned for a long time, so boo-hoo. It's our responsibility to protect that and prevent our platform from being used to incite hatred, harassment, discrimination, and violence. Okay, it's kind of late for that, but okay. But you know, you don't stop on the progress. You know, progress is progress, even though it's still to be determined if this is progress or not. You know. The decision by YouTube, which is owned by Google, is the latest action by a Silicon Valley company to stem the spread of hate speech and disinformation on its site. You know, also, you gotta, you know, this is a story from two people. You know, I do feel a little bit biased in this story. Companies have come under intense criticism for the delayed reaction to the spread of hateful and false content. At the same time, President Trump and others argue that the giant tech platforms censor right-wing opinions because they just started. They've been banning, like, you know, African groups and all this other stuff. Like, yeah, that's nothing new to the people. The tension was evident on Tuesday when YouTube said a prominent right-wing creator who used racial language and homophobic slurs to harass a journalist in videos on YouTube did not violate his policies. Yeah, that's where it comes to the point where it's like, who's the gatekeeper? You know, who's the one that's saying like, okay, this is discrimination, and who's just somebody getting triggered? You know, there is a thing where it's like, you know, are we censoring each other too much? Where it's like, okay, now some stuff never gonna come to the forefront because we never gonna talk about it. You know, we just gonna always have this general opinion in the forefront. You know, the thing is, like, when you like killing and hurting people for their opinions, that's when it's bad. But you just can't ban opinions. I just don't believe that. You know, you ban actions from opinions. You know. This is a statement from Crowder from YouTube. Forgive me. This is a statement from YouTube about Crowder, the guy that was insulting the journalist. Said opinions can be deeply offensive, but if they don't violate our policies, they'll remain on our site. Okay, so policies can be up in the air. That's all on YouTube. Yeah, this story is just, it kind of got to me, because YouTube, it talks about YouTube's scale too, meaning how the reach it has, like what is going on. It's basically saying this has more than 500 hours of new videos are uploaded every minute. So it's like, they're basically saying like it's hard to kind of get through all these videos, you know, which is understandable. That's a lot of videos. 500 hours of new videos uploaded every minute, bro. 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day. That's a lot of information. But some of the ones they talking about that's controversial, they getting a lot of views, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that kind of doesn't pertain to them for real. These are ones that people know for forever that have had controversial views. It's getting probably millions of views for real. And YouTube. I kind of agree, you know what I'm saying? Some steps have to be put forward, but the people putting these steps forward, who's making these decisions, you know? Whose interest is it, you know? Back to the story. Other social media companies have faced criticism for allowing white supremacist content. Facebook recently banned a slew of accounts, including that of Paul Joseph Watson, a contributor to InfoWars, and Laura Loomer, a far-right activist. Twitter bars violent extremist groups, but allowed some of their members to maintain personal accounts. For instance, the Ku Klux Klan was barred from Twitter in August, while its former leader David Duke remains on the service. Okay, that says the gist of it right there. Like, what's your opinion, man? Leave it in the comments. I ain't gonna talk too much about it. I just wanted to get the information out there, throw a little bit of my opinion in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a journalist that goes by any code where I'm gonna speak my opinion. You know, a lot of journalists say they go by code, but they definitely don't. They still have their bias and all that. I'm gonna tell you my bias. Like, fuck white supremacy, flat out. You know what I'm saying? It's all about bringing the people together, living in tune with nature, so that we don't destroy nature. Because once we destroy nature, it's going to destroy us. Then nature is going to be right back. So it is what it is. Peace out to y'all, man. I hope I ain't talked to y'all too long. Just trying to give y'all some content to kind of think about. You know, you gotta spread your knowledge, spread your being, spread your essence and your spirit, your aura before you go. Hey, live like a savage. check out that new music, man. Savage Soliloquy. I got some new music coming soon. Also check out Poetic Soliloquy. You know what I'm saying? That album is available on all streaming platforms. That's all I got for you. Oh yeah, that ain't all I got for you. I got a book out right now. That's The Finger. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had it too all up in your face. Like, no, stop that. No, but I got a book out right now. Living Like Water, My Escape from the Acid Pit. It's available on Amazon. It's about my journey from being a big boy, you know what I'm saying? I could barely get upstairs and all that. I was basically at 300 pounds. I got up to 290, and I was very unhealthy, and I found out some stuff through some study, you know, and I followed it, believed it, and it led me to losing down there half my weight, you know, and now I'm where I'm at now, you know. Still got a ways to go for my personal preference, but I'm there, man. And I'm just trying to spread the knowledge. So go get that book, man. I'm sitting here, I just got off of work, long hours. So I'm tired. I'm about to go sit in some Epsom salt in this bath or something and get some more content for y'all. Check out Castleberry Health Solutions. Let's go.